So we are discussing about the market. So whenever our commodity of our services is bought and the sellers sold, the relationship between the buyers and the sellers are established. So this is an economic relationship, or the more generally a social relationship is there. So now we are coming to the next point. A commodity usually has one price in the market. If you're just going to the market, so one price will be there. The buyer or the seller cannot sell the different prices to the different buyer. One price in the market, and every seller has to sell the commodity at the same price, or the one price should be there. And you just see if the one shopkeeper is giving suppose the 100 rupees and the another is giving the 150, or the another is giving the 200, so no buyer will purchase in a higher rate. And same thing, the price which is the seller is decided, that should be prevailing in the market. The seller will sell the commodity in the market. What things are essential for the market or the necessary for the market? These things should be there in the market. Then we just say it's the market is there. So these are the features is there. Market does not refers to a place, particular place, but to the entire area in which buyers and sellers of a commodity are spread over. Yani all over the marketplace, the buyers and the sellers will be there. Secondary thing is there. There must be a buyer and the seller for commodity. If any commodity is in the market, if the no buyer is there, so there will be not considered as a market. So what happened, what we have to discuss it, that second feature is consider that the buyer should be there and the seller should be there for the particular commodity. And the third one is there, buyer and seller of the commodity must establish the contact. Suppose the commodity is there, the seller is also there, and the buyer is also there, but they are not contacting for that commodity particular which is in the market, so we will not consider as a market. So there should be a contact between the buyer and the seller for the commodity. Now we are coming to the factors of production. As you know, the four factors of production: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. And you know the what are there? Land is giving the rent, labor is giving the wages, and the capital is giving the interest, and the entrepreneur is giving the profit. So these are the services of the factors. And now factors are essential for any production is there. If we need a production of any commodity, we have to need four factors of production. If the one factor is lacking, we cannot start any production. Suppose land is there, capital is there, but the labor is not there. So what happened? Entrepreneur is there, capital is there, land is there, but the labor is not there. So you are not able to produce any commodity. So for any commodity production or process, we need a four factors of production is there. Now the four factors of productions are there. So it is clear to everyone. Now non-factor inputs consist of intermediate goods, raw material, and the fuel. Factor inputs are applied to convert them into finished goods. So whatever the raw material is there and factors are there, it will be finished goods is there. Suppose the pen is there, so we need a plastic, we need a ink, we need a tip, we need a printing. So everything should be there. Then we can finish good will be considered as a pen. So now next example is there. By using labor and capital, and producer converts wood into the furniture. And non-factor, now remember one thing, non-factor inputs are perishable. Perishable means destroyed. In nature, they will not be longer with you. They generally lose their identity. Suppose the raw material is there, it will be not considered as a raw material always with you. It will be destroy, or the perishable is there. They will lose their identity. Suppose the plastic bottle is there, so directly it is not coming, the bottle is there. Plastic is there, then it is molded. So plastic will just lose the identity and the bottle will be finished good, will be considered. In the production process, factor inputs properly known as a factor of production are a permanent nature. They are used to convert intermediate goods into finished goods. Economists generally classified basic factors of production: land, labor, capital, and organization is there. Now you just see the following process of the characteristics of the 4 factors of production is there. Factor of production is differ in their relative importance, but they need to use together. Various commodity production is there, so 4 factors are used together. Single produce factor cannot produce any commodity hardly. Then tangible factors of production are tangible. You can see, you can touch, and you can move from one place to, except the land, other things you can move from one place to another. An important characteristics of factors are production is the services of factor rather than the factor itself. They are giving the fact services. Land cannot do by itself. Labor is giving the services to the other person, or the producer is there. So what happened? They are giving the services to the other. Contributed. For example, labor helps in production by using the skill and the knowledge. Then another important things about factors of production is that the demand of factors is the derived demand. Derived means when we need, as a consumer, we need something, then the demand of that commodity, and then it will be produced. Suppose we need a bicycle, so there is a demand of the bicycle is there, and then the producer will just produce the production of the bicycle will start. If there is no demand of the bicycle, there will be no production of the bicycle will be there. Now we are coming to the land. First one is land is there. Land is one of the most important factor of production. First thing, we need a land. If we want to establish industry, or the farm is there, or we have to cultivate the land, we have to need first land is there. Then we can start any production. So it's a basic factor of production is there. By land we mean the surface of the earth, upper surface of the earth considered, but in economics the word has been a special meaning. Land is defined including not only the surface of the earth but also the all over free gift of nature. For example, mineral resources, forest resources, and indeed anything that helps us to carry out the production of goods, but it's provided by nature free of cost. This is the meaning of economics. In the land, whatever the things are coming, it will be considered like this in economics. But some of there is a different professors are there. They have given the different views for the land. Now the Alfred Marshall has given the different views for the land. Since they are a free gift of nature, rainfall, air, heat, sunlight, they help or indeed are essential in the production of process. They should be considered to be a part of supply of land in the country. But Cairncross, another professor, was the view that order to be considered the factor of production. Now you just see the Cairncross emphasizes whatever the free gift of nature, but it is the supply of that commodity controlled by the human, that will be considered under the land. Now you just see men should be able to control its supply, and they have given the example of coal. Coal is a free gift of nature, but its supply is regulated by the men. Natural resources therefore can come under the heading Land, because although these are free gift of nature and the supply can be regulated by the human control, but such factor as rainfall or the sunlight are not to be counted as a part of a land available in the country, because they are largely beyond the human control. There's so much the rain is there, or heat is there, or sunlight is there, no man can control it, so that will be not considered under the land in economics, according to the Professor Kenneth Cross. Most of the modern economists, now you just see, have accepted the latter's view. So now you just see the basic thing of the land meaning is there. You just see the keywords are there. Land in economics means not only the surface of the earth. Okay? Is it clear? But all those free gifts of nature, the supply which can be regulated by human, that will be considered as a human, that will be considered as a land in economics. Okay, now you just see the characteristics. The supply of land is fixed. The first factor or the first characteristics of land is fixed. You cannot increase or decrease of the land. Second is passive factor. Passive means land cannot do it by itself. Is it clear? So passive means land cannot do it by itself. With the help of the labor, then there can be a production will be there. So land is a passive factor of production. Because it cannot produce anything on its own, it requires the services of labor and the capital. And land differs in fertility. Different land is having the different fertility. Some of the barren land are there, and some of the fertility is more fertility, or the lesser fertility is there. So according to the fertility will be their land, there will be a production of any goods are there.